Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video with your boy. Today I want to talk about something different and something very close to my heart. As an introvert, how can we find our voice in today's world? I'll be discussing in this video the strategy I've used to transform myself from a very quiet and shy person to someone who's an active creator on social media and in real life. Being an introvert in the Philippines can be very challenging. Our culture is very social and very lively. The concept of pakikisama is at the core of being Filipino. Pucha, pagdating ng Pasko, may party sa bahay, may party sa opisina, they're gonna make you dance, and worse, they're gonna make you sing. If you don't go to these parties, they're gonna call you antisocial. Shit. As an introvert, I just wanna go home, I wanna be alone and read my book. As an introvert, I get most of my energy from being alone. I like reading books, watching movies, and going for quiet and long walks in the park. While there's nothing wrong with this, may mga challenges tayo as introverts. Challenges can appear in your love life, dahil hindi ka magaling mag-socialize, you don't go out of the house, you don't meet a lot of persons, then we can be single for very long times and even know people na single pa din since birth. It can negatively affect us in the workplace. We're not the most outgoing of people, and this is where extroverts really excel. They're great at building relationships, they put their thoughts out there, and they can rise and get promoted very fast. We can also be very awkward in social events. When I go to a party, I'm usually quiet and people ask me, "Are you okay? Okay ka lang ba? Are you having fun?" I mean, what the heck? It can really feel like an extroverted world. And while no one's asking us to change, developing some outgoing skills and some extroverted skills can help us thrive and survive in this world. So if you're an introvert, then watch on and don't forget to hit that subscribe and notification bell. Yung pagiging introvert, it's part of our personality. And if you ask anyone, changing your personality is very difficult. Some people even say that it's impossible to change your personality. That being said, if you're on this journey, then first things first, you need to fix your mindset. If you don't believe that change is possible, then you're already taking yourself out of the game. You need to believe that you can do this. Once you've done that, then you need to discover your purpose, a strong reason as to why you're doing this. If you're watching this video, then you're here for a reason. Maybe you need to be more outspoken at work, or you want to be better at making friends. Whatever the reason, let it be a strong one so it can carry you throughout this journey. When I first started creating content a year and a half ago, I remember it very clearly. This was the height of the pandemic and millions of people were losing their jobs. Everywhere you look, it was all negative news. I decided that I wanted to be a positive force and use my time and my talents to help Filipinos find work and find opportunities. That was my reason. I wanted to uplift others. Before that, I hated social media. I barely posted anything. But my purpose was strong enough to overcome that. After finding your purpose, it's time for you to choose your platform. When it comes to the online space, I really like writing. It gives me enough time to put my thoughts together, and it doesn't need to be a final thing. You can review your writing after an hour or after half a day, and you can adjust it accordingly to how your thoughts are flowing. You'll find most of my writing on LinkedIn, on Facebook, and Medium. And usually, whatever I write, I'll put it into a video format and I'll post it on YouTube. In the physical world, like in the office, it's always been a challenge for me to express my opinions. For example, they'll put me in a room of 10 to 15 people, they'll have a workshop, and then after all this, they're going to ask people for their opinions. When that happens, I usually turn quiet, and this is where the extroverts really excel. They're not afraid to put their opinions and their voice out there. While I'm still struggling with that, I did realize that if I put myself in more smaller conversations, like 1:1 or groups of 3 to 4 people, I can be pretty effective and get my points across. So what I do there is I set up coffee or lunch chats so that I can build relationships more with my colleagues as well as put my opinions out there. Maybe you don't like writing, maybe you hate coffee chats. Whatever it is, there is no one correct platform. It really depends on your goal and what you're most comfortable with. Once you have that purpose and you have that platform, then like all things, it's time to start. It's time to put it into practice. While we're not trying to become extroverts, we are trying to develop more extroverted habits. According to experts, it takes around 21 days to develop a solid habit, so you will have to put your time and effort and be consistent so that you can be successful at this. Here's a framework I've used to develop extroverted habits. Let's say you've set a goal to be more expressive at work. First of all, you can start by being prepared. If you have a company meeting or a workshop later in the week, you can prepare yourself by asking the presenter for some advanced presentation or reading materials. That way, you have time to put your thoughts together instead of thinking of everything on the spot. Second, start with smaller and easier habits which will build momentum towards the bigger goal. If you have to express your opinions, which can be a hard thing to do, you can start smaller by, for example, agreeing with what's being said in the meeting. In terms of mental capacity, agreements are on a lower scale compared to opinions. Once you've gotten used to that, you can take it a notch further, from expressing agreement to asking questions and clarifications. Keep repeating this until you're comfortable. And then, once you're ready, you'll be able to express your opinions more freely. While it all sounds so easy, as introverts, it is very difficult. So do take time with yourself and put it into practice. And that's it really. Try to make it as simple to understand as possible. So to recap, if you want to find your voice as an introvert, you can repeat those 3 steps. Find your passion, choose your platform, and put it into practice. And that's it. That's the video for today. I hope you liked it and I hope you learned something. And before you go, do leave a comment down below. As an introvert, what are your best practices to find your voice?